Chapter 11. New Mission. I accept the call. Caligwian, as usual, gets straight to the point. Caligwian steps in and says, "Nathan, I've got a very important and well-paid job for you. I need to see you right away. It's ultra urgent." Intrigued, I ask him, "Explain?" He replies, "I prefer to do it in person. A question of security." I agree with him. Being cautious, I suggest, "I'm going home. Care to join me?" He anticipates this proposal and informs me, "I'm already there, I'll wait for you downstairs." I reply, "Okay, see you soon." I connect with her and explain that Caligwian is going to offer me a big contract that I'm sure I won't refuse. She rants and raves about Caligwian. A few minutes later, a shadowy figure is waiting for us at the entrance to the residence. It's Caligwian. Dragging his sickly paw, he strides towards us as we cut the speedster's engines. After such a pleasant evening, I'm not thrilled to see his unsightly face again, but I need money fast. The cost of the operation and my immobilization have seriously cut into my finances. He ignores Clara, as if she didn't exist. She hates him and it's certainly mutual. She goes up to the apartment. It's hard to like him. Not so much because of the scars and burns on his face, but because of his sly, sullen expression. Draped in his eternal black toga, he is, in my eyes, an incarnation of darkness. I address him without the slightest trace of empathy, "Tell me what you're proposing and get out of here." Caligwian replies, "Well, what a welcome. As you wish. All I need are the financial and commercial files of WCA Inc. I exclaim, "What? An arms company? But the information you want isn't in the company itself, it must be in a state information bank. You have no idea of the risks I'm about to take." Caligwian argues, "Yes, I do. What's more, your fees have been revised upwards for this contract. There's $500,000 in it for you if you succeed." I take advantage of the situation and reply, "500,000? Are you kidding? I want $1 million for this job. No less." Caligwian protests, "Don't be too greedy. You're overdoing it. 600,000? Come on, 700,000. I conclude, 800,000. You know I'm currently the best on the circuit." He hesitates and says, "Fuck you. Deal." He then hands me a secure disk and adds, "You'll find all the information you need in there. See you in 3 days. Keep me posted." Without asking, Caligwian heads for the nearest calandra slab. I see him dematerialize as I step onto the porch of the residence. I go upstairs to join Clara. The evening is bound to end badly. I'm sure she'll disapprove of the risks I'm about to take. Tomorrow, I'll have a lot to put in place. This mission is certainly the most complex I've ever been entrusted with. Chapter 12. Disagreement. As expected, Clara is totally opposed to my project. We spend hours trying to convince each other of the validity of our respective opinions. Clara often refers to old files on our life paths, and I do the same. Our arguments stagnate, and we get bogged down in blame and old grudges. Eventually, fatigue takes over and she falls asleep. As for me, I keep going round and round in my head. I think about what I have to do, about my future mission. Then I think about us. I think about what us means. What is us? What is the couple? Today, marriage is considered part-time, or with adultery clauses, or even a multiple marriage with several spouses of different sexes or not, marriage in line or for the sake of social recognition with a ceremony where pomp knows no bounds. The couple and, consequently, the family entity have become multifaceted, personalized and adapted to the convictions and aspirations of each individual. In some cases, They are also a form of pomp and circumstance, an arrangement for attaining status and a certain milieu. But the trend of recent decades shows that marriage no longer really exists as such. It is more the survival of a nostalgia, a distant memory of past landmarks. Today, debauchery and individual pleasures have killed off the structures of the couple and the family. And the birth of the couple? For most of my contemporaries, it often takes place at a distance, virtually. This mode of operation allows them to cheat, to change their behavior or appearance. Pay-per-use options on these dating sites enable you to modify your identity, life, tastes, background, etc. In fact, everything that's useful for seducing the person you've chosen as your future partner. There are even false feeling generators that can be used to create the illusion of an emotion that will please, reassure, or convince. Once the seduction has been validated, all that's left is to consume or not. Mostly virtual, rarely real, because reality is often so disappointing. And what about love? Love and the union of two entities have taken on new, sometimes incongruous, unexpected forms. Some employees of top 40 companies marry their companies, an act of total and ultimate adhesion. Others marry their pets. Some even unite with AIs that they parameterize according to their tastes and embody in androids with sexual aptitudes developed according to their innermost desires. Finally, extreme perversions lead some to necrophiliac marriages and other concepts closer to madness than to classic love. From now on, the only limit is the budget of the person embarking on the process of recognizing his or her relationship. But I've got to stop thinking about all this for nothing. I've got a lot to do tomorrow. I decide to use my body's self-medication functions. I switch on the somnifer action. I feel the drugs taking over, my mind finally sinking into the world of dreams and sleep. It's 8 a.m. and my internal alarm goes off. I've got to get up. I'm going to spend most of the day preparing for the mission Caligwian has given me. Clara is still against it, but my mind is made up. We need the money. The deadlines are very tight, the risk is immense, but the amount of my bonus is exceptional. I need to get my equipment as soon as possible. If I take the time and have lunch with her, maybe I can appease her and make her understand the reasons for my decision. We take our morning loads together. I try to take the opportunity to change her mind. Nothing works, she's stubborn and worries too much about me. Things get heated. We end up shouting at each other. Too bad, I give up. I'll do it without her agreement. I feel I must. I'm off to my uncle's to get ready.